Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Candice. If you're new here, I've been doing creative makeup on Instagram for a few years now, and if you are not new, you're a returning subscriber, then hello! So today we are going to look at Givenchy's collection, the Prisme Libre collection. It has been going crazy. And if you've watched my video, then you know that I freaking love the foundation so much. And I did say in the videos that I was going to get the powder, and I got my powder. But more than the powder, I've also got their new blush. I've already had my base done. I've used some of the new stuff that I got from Sephora haul. And of course, I am using Givenchy's Prisme Libre Foundation. This is one of my favorite now. I would say this is the one I've been using almost every day now. So the Prisme Libre blush, complementary illuminating tones blend and interact harmoniously together on the skin for a rush of vibrant, tailor-made color that lasts for up to 12 hours. In one mistake-proof stamp, a 3D healthy-looking glow lights up the complexion with effortless, youthful radiance. So it's available in 6 shades. I've got the third one, which is called the Voile Corail. It's basically just a coral orange tone. To be honest, I love all of their shades. I'm very tempted to get everything as usual. So let's talk about the packaging first. This is so beautiful. It's slightly different from their powder one. This one came with like a mirror, then the logo, and the logo, it's the same color as the blush. Now, I wouldn't say that this is heavy, but it feels good in the hand. And around it, as usual, they're using gloss, like a gloss cap, and the bottom where it holds the powder is just acrylic. So when you open it, there's a little puff as well, which personally I never used. And obviously, since it's new, it comes with a seal. Just looking at these 4 shades, I kind of wish that I can use this shade individually. I'm not exactly sure how I'm gonna do that. I feel like they could have done something with the packaging. As a consumer, we could decide to use either one color or mix them up. So that's kind of a shame. Before I put on the blush, I have to put it out there. For both this blush and this powder, the first ingredient they have listed is talc. And if you are not aware, talc is basically another ingredient that is kind of controversy. So talc is actually used in a lot of cosmetic products. It gives you like the silky texture and feelings. It's anti-caking, and it also controls oil, so obviously you will find them in powders. The reason why people are trying to avoid talc is because if you have open wound, it can cause like further inflammation, things like that. And if you happen to inhale a lot of it, you can get some critical lung diseases, for example, asthma, which I have, so I should be careful with it. But this is really for like basically the occupational hazard. For consumer, I don't think it's going to be a big problem, but obviously don't just go and sniff or something like that. Anyway, now that's out of the way, let's do some makeup. So I picked up about this much on the blush, blush and brush. So I picked up about this much on the brush, and oh wow. So it's said to have like a luminous matte finishing, and so far it's looking pretty matte, and it's really easy to blend as well. There's no like funny edges or anything. You can still see like the shine that I have on my foundation, so it's not like full coverage matte that you can't see anything anymore. So this is how it looks like. What do you guys think? I am kind of in love, I have to say. I did not expect it to go on so evenly because loose powder and blush is very rare. I don't think I've tried blush in this kind of format because all blush is either in like cream form nowadays or like pressed compact. Probably one thing that you should know is just to slowly build it up, but then again with makeup you're supposed to do that anyway, so I don't think that's going to be a problem. I did notice something interesting because there's 4 different shades in the pen, and when you try to pick up the product and put it on, I can kind of see like a shift from orange to more pink. So I don't think the color is very, it's not like a one-dimensional color. I'm going to do the same here, just bring it up. The blush is really pretty. I kind of can't get over it. It looks really good. I feel like even like this, if I just had like some mascara or maybe falsies, my face and like the texture is just gone. It's like it's smooth. So I'm guessing that it's very similar to their powder, which has been trending online for the very same reason. But I'm guessing that the ingredient is very similar between these two. So I am going to do a screenshot and put it here so you guys can see for yourself if the ingredient is indeed very similar. Now moving on to the Prisme Libre powder, it features a harmony of 4 shades that mattifies, blurs, and illuminates the complexion. Enclosed in a sculptural case engraved with the iconic 4G logo, this powdery breeze sets makeup all day long. So it's available in 6 shades, and I've seen this before, but I think it was made viral by Rose and Ben, and she is the reason that made me want to try this so bad. So I got their number 1 shade. This is the Mousseline Pastel. Mousseline Pastel. I can't pronounce these for the life of me, but this is the one I got. I've also wanted to try the third one, which is the Voile Rosé. I want to try that shade as well, but let's see how this go. I am filming right now in excruciating pain. It's that time of the month, So my brain is a little fuzzy and I'm in so much pain. And if you've watched till here, please give it a like. I would appreciate it. Anyway, let's get back to this. So as usual, since this is a luxury makeup item, I want to give you guys a comparison list again. So this powder is retail for $58 for 12 grams. And you can see in the list, it's pretty high up in the market. It's a pretty expensive powder in the market. And the reason why I didn't compare the blush price is because there's not a lot of loose powder blush on the market, and I don't want to necessarily compare it with cream and compact press blush, just because usually in this kind of different formula, the price will vary. And another thing to note on this variation of price, besides branding, of course, the name, but it's also largely to do with the packaging. And I can see on their powder, they've used leather in the center here and, you know, leather with the embossing logo. The body and the cap gloss is the same as the blush. So you have a name here as well and some ingredients, some details at the back. So again, this powder comes with a little puff that I will never use, but it looks really cute. It's also sealed the same way as the blush, so I'm gonna use my tweezer and hope this time it will be easier. So you're supposed to do this and then pull it again. There's 4 different color powders here. There's green, blue, purple, and like a lilac color. And this is something to do with your color correction theory. So whatever that's on the opposite of the color spectrum is what you're trying to correct. So for example, for green, the complementary and contrast color would be red. So this will be correcting the redness. So like acne or any mark, like red marks. Again, I took out the puff. I'm going to close back the lid and shake about 4 times would be enough. 1, 2, 3, 4. To get some product out, I'm using my Hakuhodo fan brush, almost like a fan. This is the Hakuhodo F1230, 1230, 1230. So when I coat it on the brush, this is how it looks like. There's not a lot, and I'm gonna gently just tap onto my hand to like kind of take out any excess product. Just apply it lightly on my face. She was not kidding when she was talking about this product. It does make your skin look like it has a filter on. It's mattifying, yes. I can still see a little bit of a luminous thing, like when I turn around my high points. You can see it on my cheek. I have a lot more texture and pores here. and lines here. It's like a very subtle changes, like a very subtle effects. This looks really, really good. So for the longest time, my favorite filter powder finish has been the Charlotte Tilbury. This is their airbrush flawless finish, and I have hit pan on this product. I love this so much. So this is how it looks like. It's very similar, I would say. Definitely one day I have to do like a comparison between these two. But so far, this Givenchy looks amazing. I can see why it went viral, but as usual, for someone that have dry forehead like me, it clings onto it. There's definitely still like a dry patches there. And I think it's pretty safe to say that I am going to get this powder in Voile Rose. It's good. It's that good. And my blush packaging has already been dirtied. This is the problem. This kind of packaging looks good at first, but they get dirty so fast. All this glossy and mirrored. Obviously, I feel like this leather looks a lot better. It's more durable. You can wipe it off, but it's just maintenance, you know. So now, good as new, I'm gonna put it back into the box. So my final thoughts on these two products, they are 5 stars. I love it so much. The powder is definitely worth the hype, and the blush looks so good. It makes me want to get more for sure. I think the formula is very interesting. So both of this is great. It's expensive, but at least it's worth the money. Trust me, I have buy stuff that's expensive and it's shit. So good purchase, very happy. If you have watched till this far, then thank you so much. I appreciate you, you're a real one. Don't forget to give it a like and subscribe if you haven't already, or send it to your friend who you think it will be useful if they're thinking of buying, whatever. And I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye!